Well, this time he focused on combating countries with ties to terror. National security experts say it's still going to be tough to enforce, especially since not too many details were given, at least in this first speech. But the local Islamic community hopes the lack of any mention of a total Muslim ban, at least in that speech, is a sign of in campaign rhetoric.
I call it extreme vetting.
Donald Trump calling for bans on immigration from countries with ties to terror.
In addition to screening out all members of the sympathizers of terrorist groups, we must also screen out any who have hostile attitudes toward our country or its principles.
But something absent from Trump's speech was the mention of a Muslim ban, something we've heard of so many times throughout this campaign. It's also something the local Islamic community noticed and see as a sign of progress.
It's been a progression.
Arshad Yusufi is with the Islamic Society of Colorado Springs, insisting Muslims can actually help.
In our mosque, we talk about what Islam is and what Islam is not, and we see someone talking about things that indicate that this person just does not get it, and he's talking crazy things. We will be the first one to notice it. We believe that there's ways that we can identify and help identify and make this something that at least addresses the concern of the Americans.
From a policy standpoint, Steve Recca with the UCCS Center for Human Security says it's time the campaign focuses on the topic, though he'd hoped for more specifics.
Because destroying al-Qaeda didn't make the United States more secure. So the situation is such that we really need to look more holistically at how we're going to approach this problem of people attacking our interests, attacking Americans on American soil, and attacking our friends and partners abroad.
And while Trump's plan is getting criticism from Democrats,
thoroughly unqualified to be president of the United States of America.
Many are watching closely, hoping any conversation will lead to safety and fairness. Now, other points in Trump's plan included working with other nations, allied nations, including NATO, questionnaires for immigrants about Western values, and he said he wanted to focus on countries he said promotes Islamic terror. James and Heather, constitutional lawyers are questioning, say there are legal questions about whether selective tests could actually be enforced. Definitely not the end of this conversation. In studio tonight, Greg